Hey Flosstube, it's Barbie, Petal Pusher. It has been over a month since my last Flosstube video. I'll explain why here in a minute. Thank you for joining me today. It is, I always do this. I should have looked before I started. It's November 9th, Friday, November 9th. It is dreary here today. It was not too bad the last couple weeks. It's been cooler. We're in a winter weather advisory today. We could have snow bursts and all kinds of crazy stuff. It's like, where did fall go? Because I'm pretty sure the last time I talked to you guys, it was still like blazing hot end of September. And now it's November and it's supposed to get down to 18 degrees tonight. I'm not ready for that. So I've got my Mr. Rogers sweater look going on today, staying warm. So anyway, we got a lot of cross stitch to talk about. Real quick, the reason I was so late, sorry, I keep kicking my desk. So yeah, I had every intention of making a video about 2 weeks after my last one, and I had some finishes to show you guys. I was all pumped for Halloween stitching and stuff like that. And I'm taking my kids to get their flu shots, which they were really excited about. And my oldest, my son, goes, "Mom, my head hurts." I'm like, tough it up, you're getting your flu shot anyway. So we go get the flu shot, we come home. Next morning he wakes up, "Mommy, I don't feel good." Sure enough, he's running a fever. That was the start of the next 2 weeks of having nonstop sick children. He ended up missing 4 days of school. Then the baby threw up. Then the baby and my middle child, my daughter, both started running fevers over that weekend. Then she missed 3 days of school. It ended up, it was croup. They all had it. Of course, the 1-year-old gets it the worst because of his little airways. So we had to get special medicine from the doctor and really watch him at night and go outside in the cold air to help him breathe. And if you have kids that have had croup, you know how fun it is. So that pretty much wrecked 2 whole weeks of doing anything except playing the job of nurse. Thankfully, we're all better now, although yesterday I did get a call from the school from the nurse, and my oldest now has an ear infection, so we're on that. So we're really off to a great start this winter season with illness. So it could be a bang-up year. They all have gotten their flu shots. I should be getting mine next week, so hopefully we can dodge that. But we'll just have to wait and see and try to keep everybody healthy. So with that being said, I've got a lot to show you. I've got it like all spread out here on my desk. So if the camera is shaking, that's because you're sitting on my desk too. Let's start with a little bit of what I've gotten. So in all that time, I've been really good. I have not purchased any new patterns that I have here. Now, I did just buy some the other day because I found an eBay auction for some cardstock prairie schoolers that was really good prices. I alerted my mother, and between the two of us, we bought like 7 or 8 things from this one seller. So I've got some goodies coming soon and some future Christmas goodies. My mom told me to act surprised. So all I have is my Color and Cotton stuff and a prize I won to show you. So this was my October fabric of the month. That's how far behind we are. It is Haunted. And it's a real pretty, almost purpley gray. Perfect for Halloween stitching. Yep, you're going to have to hear the crinkles because I have left them all in. Then I haven't even opened these. That's how, like, the sick ward we were around here. It was like, mail, just throw it. So here are my colors. I'm on the Give Me Whatever You Want kind of color subscription for both the fabric and the floss. So this is Old Penny, Cranberry. I don't know how good these are showing up. Royal Blue. It's not too bad on color. Succulent. And Mink. So I got those. I'm sure they will find a good use somewhere down the line. Old Penny's a fun color. And then we've got the November excuse me, color of the month. And of course, in the melee of all my kids being sick, I've got a little bit of something going on. How do you avoid it? My son came up to me the other day and he was going to give me a kiss on the cheek. He got right here at my cheek and went and coughed directly on my cheeks. Thank you, honey, for sharing the love. This is called Moonstone. It's a real light gray. It's pretty too. Everything from Angela is pretty. I mean, really. Have you ever heard me hold something up and go, ugh, it's awful. I hate it. No, because I love all of her stuff. So on Instagram, I follow, I always want to get her name wrong. Lady.creates. Is that how we say it? There's an elegant somewhere in there, I thought. But anyway, Lady.creates is the company. And she does these giveaways probably about once a week, where she'll post like a picture of the end of a roll of bolt of fabric she's received in the mail. And you just have to guess the yardage. And if you guess right, you get 2 cuts of velveteen from her for free. I've never entered before. And I think it was like towards the end of the sick days there. It popped up. And I just looked at it and like, she gives you a hint. Like it's going to be three numbers. So, you know, number dot something. And the first number starts with a blah. And she'll tell you. And she told us, I think it started with a 5. And I just looked at it. The number popped in my head. And I was like, what the heck, I'll go ahead and type it. Nailed it. I never win anything, so this was pretty amazing. So I got to pick out 2 velveteen colors. They're so yummy. This is rhubarb. There you go, it's kind of showing up. It's such a pretty, like, ooh, just so pinky and like, oh, I love it. I have no idea what I'm going to use it for. I just thought it'd be good for spring and summer stuff. And then I also got squash. Ooh, and that's shown up really nicely. Just so soft and fuzzy and fantastic. So yeah, I'm gonna have to order more of this stuff from her because I could just sit and pet it all day like a weirdo. It's so nice. So there's that. So that's all the stuff that I've gotten. I went to Hobby Lobby one day. Actually, the day my son got sick was the day I was going to go to Hobby Lobby because I needed to get some stuff to finish some things. And that got delayed for like 2 more weeks. I finally got to go because one of my finishes, I thought, oh, I'm done with it. I can get it like mounted, everything done, and hang it up, and it'll be up before Halloween. Didn't happen. It was finished. I just didn't have the time to actually get the stuff to like FFO it. So anyway, I guess we'll start with that one. So I've been starting to do the Lizzy Kate strings. So you've seen these on my Instagram, which I'll link below. I primarily stitch these in the pickup line at school for the kids because that's about 15 to 20 minutes of stitching every day. So if I can get 1 letter done every day, maybe a little bit more than that, and then every so often, like on a weekend, I'll be like, I'll just work on it and I'll bust out a couple letters. It goes pretty fast. So here is my finished spooky string. So I just got it all finally glued everything together today. So Priscilla style. Thanks, Priscilla, for the inspiration. I did the sticky board, and then I did this black rickrack that I had, and then some orange fabric I had laying around on some more sticky board. Now, I want to do the whole, stick them on, swap them out thing. So I found at Hobby Lobby a wooden board that would fit. It was just unfinished wood. I don't know that I like the color I'm getting right now. I painted it kind of a white and then like kind of whitewashed it basically. And then I did a stain on top of it, which is still pretty stinky. It's been sitting in the garage to dry. I'm trying to figure out a color that looks good for every season. And I don't really want just plain white because this is probably going to go, it's going in my kids' room. It might go on their door, which is white, so that wouldn't look too great. But, just see how this fits here. I feel like it fits pretty well, like that. I'm not a big bow person, so I don't know that I'm going to add any bows or anything. The only thing that I did find, let's see how well I can juggle. I found this pumpkin at Hobby Lobby, so I thought I could always like stick it on the end, and since it's just a pumpkin, that I could use it for Halloween, the Halloween string, and the thankful string. Something pop it somewhere. I don't know. It's just a thought. Oh, did I disappear? Oh, sorry. My screensaver started and I lost myself, so I don't know what happened there. I'm sure you could still see me maybe. Anywho, so yeah. So I'm trying to figure out, do I like this color? Is it too blah? Do I need a color to paint the board? I kind of thought about like a dark green color because that can kind of work for every season. Or do I just stick with this? Let me know. Tell me what you think. So that's one done. Pumpkin, to pumpkin or not to pumpkin, I don't know. I've got it if I want it, so we'll see. All right. So speaking of strings, I had finished last night. I do have the stuff this time, so it is the Thankful string. It is not FFO'd. Oh, and it's got velveteen fuzz on it now. So here it is in all of its unfinished glory. So for this one, I did some changes. If you're familiar with the pattern, then you have realized that by now. Although the colors charted are lovely, it's a lot of brown. I think that's why I don't like really Thanksgiving decorations, because it's so much brown and it's just like, blah. I like more color. So what I did is I swapped one of the browns they had for this kind of darker cranberry, almost red. So I just added it in a couple places there. The O, a turkey feather, and these 3 letters here. So it just kind of jazzed it up a little bit, I think. And for that, just throw it over there. I did use a bunch of coloring cottons. If you're curious, I'll list them for you real quick. For the darkest color, I used black walnut. It's real pretty. It almost has like bluey purples in it sometimes. I used mustard seed for the green. All these are coloring cotton until I tell you otherwise. Pumpkin, oxblood, Nazarene, I think is what it says, and dark dune. And then I also use the DMC, I don't know what they're called, the variegated ones. So this is 4075 for the yellows, and for things like the turkey and the acorns and stuff, this is 4140 that I used. So those were my colors, in case you were just dying to know. We'll put that over there. Running out of room. So those are a couple finishes. I have a couple more to show you. One might require me to stand up. So I was stitching like it was my job on Sunflower Manor. Don't mind me just trying to fiddle with all the stuff I have. And I did get it done, and I did get it hung up fairly early in October, so I have been enjoying it for quite some time. Took it off the wall to show you. Don't mind the horrendous glare. There we go. There it is. So this frame I got at Michael's, I believe. I think so. And so this is, I just swap them out. So I have Tulip House done, now I have this one done. So I just literally lay them in there, and I have a piece of black felt that goes behind it so you can't see through the holes. This is done on 16 count chalkboard Ada that I got off of 123 Stitch. So I love it. It's so pretty. I did buy the summer one at Galleria, if you didn't see that video. So maybe sometime late winter, early spring, maybe I'll start it. I was hoping to show this one to you framed, but I just haven't gotten the time to do it because it's a big one. I've been trying to focus on finishes and get some things done because I have some plans for next year. Probably won't talk about those this video, but maybe next, because I need to get done here and go do some stitching. But I wanted to get some big finishes done, and I did. I worked my little tail off on Birds to the Boughs by Lindy Stitches, and I got it done, and I love it. So this is the grand reveal. No one's seen the whole thing yet, unless you live here at my house. So here it is. There we go. So I stitched mine on, this is an even weave that I dyed kind of a light lemonade color. And then I used Stephanie's colors for the most part. Some of them, because this is such a light, the color's not showing up the greatest. It's a real pale yellow. I don't know if I see the difference between, that's the white and that's yellow. So some of the colors that she had charted it for, when you put them on this, they looked really dulled out, and I loved how vibrant hers was. So I just kind of went the next step up on all of them, like amped up the brightness on them. I did change, the top border was charted as brown. I made it green instead, just again, more color. But I absolutely love it. It turned out great. It's pretty big, as you can see. So I do have a frame for this. I found a frame at Hobby Lobby that fits it almost like it was custom made for it, which is pretty awesome. I just got to find the time to get this pinned and stretched and everything. I'm really nervous to do it because since this is a straight border, tops and sides, I'm really scared that I'm going to make it a wiggly wobbly hot mess. So one more time, Birds to the Boughs, Lindy Stitches on Etsy. If you haven't bought it yet, just go do it. It's amazing. It's big, but it's amazing. So there's that. All right, let me find where I can put this. I also mentioned the last time I talked to you guys that I had taken one of my own pieces in to be professionally framed. So I did get that back, so I wanted to show you. I'm sure most of you have started doing some Christmas stitching at this point. If you haven't, though, this isn't very big. It stitches up quick. It's in my Etsy shop if you are interested. It is my poinsettia piece, or Flor de Nochebuena. Oh, it's got like a dog hair or something on it. Hang on. Yeah. All right. So here it is, back from the framer. Much better. I'm sorry if the gloomy outdoor lighting is not helping it out any. But I wanted the frame to be just a little bit, there we go, a little bit rustic looking, and I like there's that little touch of gold right there that kind of brings out some of the yellows and goldy colors. So extreme close up. There you go. I can't hold things straight for my life. Look at that. So there it is. Like I said, in my Etsy shop, if you are interested, you could conceivably get this done before Christmas. It's not impossible. Because look, it's not that big. It's small. So that's all my finishes, I believe. I do have a sneak peek of a new pattern to show you. Don't let me forget. Whips, I haven't had many because I've been finishing so many things, which is good. By the time everyone got healthy, and I was like, I can't do Halloween till I finish Birds to the Boughs. So I think I finished it like 2 or 3 days before Halloween. So I really didn't have a whole lot of time to do Halloween stitching, but I did a tiny, tiny bit. This is Barbara Anna Designs Black Cat Hollow Sow. This is part 1. I've actually been working on part 2. And it's like, if you just put a little time into it, it goes fast, but I just didn't put much time into it. So sadly, it will have to wait until next year. So that's where I am at. That's where I'm ending. The house over here, that is almost the edge. There's a little bit of border, and then there's just a little bit more to go on this side too. So maybe to about my finger. Not bad. Very cute. I like it. Again, I'm converting basically to color and cotton, except for the black, of course. So maybe sometime late winter I'll get the itch to get that back out and work on it again. We'll see. What I am currently working on is the piece I have a love-hate relationship with. Check my time here. Okay. And that is Stitch Rovia's Christmastown. I love the pattern. It's beautiful. It's colorful. Wonderful. I don't have a paper to show you. Sorry, I've been just doing it off my computer. It's because it's that MCG Textiles that's not even weave. It's uneven weave. Not going to get into it. Anyway, excuse me. So I've got like this corner up here all done, and it's basically full coverage. So I've started and I've been working on this. And again, if I can devote the time to it, it seems to go pretty quick. I just haven't had much time lately. So just trying to pick a color and do a chunk, pick a color, do a chunk, that kind of thing. So we'll see how far I get on this. I don't know if I'm going to keep working on it till it's finished, because there are other things I want to do before Christmas, but we'll have to wait and see. I don't know. For now, I'm just going to try to focus on if I could get this next section done so that it's halfway finished, I would be happy. And then it can always come back out next year again if it has to, but I really would like to get it done and up for Christmas, but I don't see it getting 100% completed by Christmas, because that is a lot to stitch over here. A lot. Oh, two things I forgot to show you. So, got my knee bending over here. In line with my string concept and my pumpkin. So I am going to start Mary string here pretty soon. So I need a new card project. There's a couple Santa things I want to stitch. I need to stitch another frosted pumpkin stamp, the pen pal stamps. I need to, of course my daughter doesn't want the Santa one, so I have to like redesign one, make it girly for her. So I need to stitch that before December hits. I need to stitch Mary string before December hits. And then I have 2 Christmas projects I want to stitch as gifts. So those are my future card projects, all 4 of those things. So I need to get those started sooner rather than later. But my thought again is if I do something like, you know, magnet this somewhere on here, probably not top middle, probably on an end. If I do stick something like that on there, I wanted to kind of prepare. So I was at Michael's the other day, my favorite local in-town place to go, and I saw this guy, this little ornament. So I thought he's about the same size as the pumpkin. So I thought he would be cute, like if you could stick him on there for Mary string. And then for Snowy string, I thought this snowflake might be pretty. So if it works out, you'll be seeing these in the future, and hopefully they'll be cute. They were 50% off in case anyone's interested. Go to Michael's. Looking around, let's see, plans. Like I said, work on Christmastown. Start, probably my daughter's stamp needs to get started before Mary string. And then, yeah, lots of Christmas stitching. Speaking of which, you almost let me forget. I have a new Christmas pattern coming out. So I told you, I believe the last time, I was going to start charting the Peace on Earth embroidery piece that I had from my grandma. I was going to make it into a cross stitch, and I did. And I just got, I actually did it in 2 colorways because I'm indecisive like that. And I just got the second one back from my sample stitchers. So I can't show you yet. Let me see how I can do this. What's my best way to be sneaky? This little reindeer craft kit might help me. I don't know. Let me see. Don't look. Not yet. Alright. So this is the colorful. Sneaky peeky. Okay, that's all you get. Can't see any more. It's not even technically all the way in that frame yet. I'm just kind of holding it in. I love how the colorful one has turned out. I'm calling it the All is Bright. So there's All is Calm, which is neutrals. And there's All is Bright, which is the colorful one you just saw a peek of. So yeah, look for those hopefully in my shop. Let's see, today's Friday. If I don't get to it early next week, somewhere in the middle of the week. This weekend might be a little crazy. My husband is gone deer hunting, so I'm alone with the kiddos, which doesn't always mean a lot of time for mom. So we'll see if I can get those FFO'd and photographed and everything up and ready. But be looking for those. Be looking for a giveaway for those patterns on my Instagram. So if you're not a subscriber, please do that. Also, when you're on Instagram, not just with me, but with anybody you follow, please make sure you are consistently liking their photos or things just don't show up on your feed. I did a giveaway of the Flor de Noche Buena pattern the other day, and I can look, because I'm a business page, I can look at like, you know, how many people it reached. It reached less than 1/4 of my followers. Thanks, Instagram. So please, if you see something of mine, please always just hit the like button. You don't have to comment, although I would love if you would comment. I love hearing from you guys. But at least hit the like so that my stuff does consistently pop into your feed and you can see those giveaways or sales. Black Friday's coming up. There will be sale information, so be on the lookout for that too, okay? All right. I think that is it. I've got a giant mess around me that I'm probably not going to clean up right now because I don't feel like it. I want to go upstairs and stitch while the little guy's sleeping still. So it's a gloomy day. Maybe turn on the fire, do a little stitching. Sounds pretty good. Ooh, maybe a little hot chocolate. It's got the makings of a good afternoon. All right, well, until I see you, those of us in the U.S., I hope you all have a happy Thanksgiving. I'm sure I won't be here before then. And I hope everyone enjoys doing their Christmas stitching. Those of you that are doing that, please go check out my Etsy shop. I will link it below. And be on the lookout on Instagram for a giveaway and Black Friday sale info. Until I see you then, happy stitching. Bye.